Good morning people, chilly one today. This week's walk is the North Central Fells, 6 Wainwright, about 12 miles and 6 to 7 hours. Tell you the temperature's dropped since last week. I was out in my shorts on Grasdale Pike in the sun. Now I've got my winter gear on. Crazy how quick it can change in the lakes. Driving in and the mountains are full of snow, but MWIS has said today that there's a couple of snow flurries and could be showers later on in the afternoon, so we've come fairly early. It's only about 7:30. We should be down before the showers, but we're equipped with our wet gear anyway, so we'll be all good, but it's a fresh one. The first Wainwright on this walk is Walla Crag. Looks like a bit of a steep start. I'd had a little look in the Wainwright book last night and had a chat with someone online, and they're saying that this walk is very boggy at stages, so should be an interesting one. We're only about 30 minutes deep and some of the sights on this, insane. Didn't expect it to be this good, to be honest.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Quite deep actually, the water in the spot. Just saying how crazy the weather is today. Look at the mountains there, full of snow, and then over here, the lower ones, absolutely nothing. Walla Crag, 376 metres. What a fell. Look at them views, man. Unbelievable. Ridiculous that. Wow. See everything. What a start to the day, man. Didn't expect it to be this good, I tell you that. Just checked the Wainwright book and it says that there was actually rocks to signify a cairn, but we are on the summit here. On the GPS it says it was just below and there's nothing around there. And then weirdly, there's some rocks over here. Or is this the actual summit? I'm not too sure. Got a little pile of rocks, but Wainwright had said it was overlooking there with water. So you'd say it must be here. I've walked around the whole place, so I'm assuming it must be the rock there. But yeah, what a fell, man. What's some absolutely amazing sights up here. And now it's on to the next one, Bleaberry Fell. You can see a path running up to it in the distance. Oh, this gorgeous stand still. What a spot this would be for a wild camp. Got a little bit of flat grass there to pitch your tent. And the view to wake up here. So we've got a good bit of ascent up to Bleaberry Fell. You can see the ranges around Scarfell starting to get shrouded in clouds. MWIS did say that the higher mountains will probably be in cloud today, so probably decides to do lower stuff. Just because you get the better views. Nice set of steps up to the summit. Steep, but makes it a lot easier if you've got steps.
You said amazing.
What a day for it.
So that's that club head.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be, yeah.
I think someone's on the summit over there.
You can just see in the distance a few fell ponies. So here's the first mishap of the day. Good job. Good job she's got sealskin socks on, waterproof. Straight into that. I always try and avoid that stuff, man. Stay on the grass. Oh, proper shelter. Must be the summit over there. The GPS was pointing towards this being a summit, but Wainwright had said it was a pile of rocks. Could be this over there, but not too sure. But anyway, if it's this or that, I'll go to both. Bleaberry Fell, 590 metres. Second of the day. Tell me in the comments if you know which is the actual summit. Some fantastic views up here. You can see Helvellyn in the distance over there. Yeah, I think it is pointing towards that being a summit. I think this pile of rock should be just a way marker. But anyway, who knows? Go and stand on them all. The joys of Wainwright bagging. False summits everywhere. Looks like this, doesn't it? I think that looks higher over there. You tell me in the comments if you've been here which one is the actual summit. Just for reference. I think that's the summit there, but look. Obviously I'm nowhere near that anymore. And our next one is over there in the distance. So here's the bog starting to appear. We were just discussing the bog, saying that it's a bit frozen over part of it, so it makes it a bit easier to get across. But yeah, I can see why people warn me about this, because it's starting to get muddy, very muddy. Do a long jump. I don't look good, that stuff. I wouldn't go that way. Probably go over here. It's more softer.
You've got to be quick, haven't you?
Walking through bog slows you right down, I tell you that. You have to think about every step you take so you don't go down any holes. But we're getting there. I think you'd be around this walk a lot quicker if it wasn't for the bog. It's icy, innit? Spots of ice everywhere.
It's the ice.
Come this side, it's easier. High seat, 608 metres. I was tough through them bogs, but we've made it. 3 down, 3 more to go. Just gonna have a little break now, have some food, replenish the energy. But nice up here, nice and secluded. Wow. We've only seen one person by Walla Crag. Absolutely no one in sight round here, can't see anyone. Just spotted that stone. I don't know what that's about. Anyone know, let me know in the comments. Trev C 2021. Nice man. Good stuff, Trev. And we're gonna start an hashtag find Trevor C on Instagram. Find me Trev. Anyone knows him, let me know. I've put his rock back on the pile over there. So the next one on the list is Raven Crag, and we've got to go right out of our way over here somewhere, over them ways. Just looking on the GPS, and we've got to sort of do a left and go back on ourselves and then come back to this point later on onto the 5th Wainwright, which is in the distance. Good stuff.
Everything from Bleaberry Fell to the other side of the ridgeline.
So there's where we've just come from. By the looks of it on the GPS, we need to go through this gate and go over them ways, back on ourselves. This is one of those fells where you're just thinking, why did you have to put this on, Wainwright? Coming from here, just bog, man. Not great, and the path's non-existent. You can see it there where people have been walking. Not very fun, I wouldn't say. Sometimes you just gotta crack on. So this mustn't be very well travelled. We've literally been zigzagging all the way down, keep leaving the path. We're getting there slowly, but we have zigzagged all over the place as there's no definition in the path. You can see how much we've dropped down in the background. We'll have to cross it somewhere. It's deep, so watch yourself. So we veered off that much, we've ended up having to cross this river to get onto this path. Looks like a clear path up here. People? Think they've been at Raven Crag?
Nice fish, I think.
Nice as utilities, that's right. The biggest gate in history. It's a nice gate there.
That's a highlight of that.
Steep getting up to this Raven Crag from where we've just come with the gate. Got some steps running up. Steep ones though. There's a long walk through the bogs from that last fell as well. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, he said it was rocks, this must be it. Probably just built this up here, haven't he? Raven Crag, 461 metres. So I just read in the Wainwright that it's a rock, which is the summer. But this looks fresh, this stuff. So that's what this must be. Put it up here for a viewpoint, but wow, absolute mind blower. Look at that, man. That's madness, that.
Look real.
Nice little spot down here. Ooh.
Is that a big massive drop? Yeah. You just told me.
This is near, look. What a view, mate. Man, blow at that. Spent more time here having a look at this view then we have walking for the last 10-15 minutes. I had to stay for a bit there. Four down, 2 to go. Got to make our way back to High Seat basically, and then on to the next fell. So it's going to be a nice walk up that hill in the fog, but that was worth it, to be fair. That possibly might be my favourite fell in a lake so far. Seen loads of people on Raven Crag then. Could see on the GPS that there's quite a few paths on the way up and car parks down towards Thelmere, I think it's called. Been walking now for just under 4 hours, so I reckon we can get round in about 7. Just not looking forward to this ascent back up the boggy hill. Heading back up here. Feels like Mount Everest, I swear to God. It's not actually that far up, but just not fun. There is a very faint path, but it's hard to see when you're coming down, but coming back up we've stayed on the route. So we've arrived back at the gate. There's High Seat in the background. That was like, I was up there with the worst hikes I've ever done. Just horrible on your legs, so slow with the bog. Wouldn't recommend that. It took it out of me, but we have to crack on to the next one. But at least we're dropping down now through loads more bogs. This would be a great circular if you didn't add Raven Crag on. That's just unnecessary, but if you're bagging Wainwright, I totally understand why. This is probably why they've built a path.
The bog. Oh my God, yeah, defo.
I'd actually be interested to see when this was installed, because this wouldn't have been good to walk over to High Tove, and I don't know, man, it's like swimming pools everywhere. Look at that. So High Tove, our last Wainwright, is here. You can see the path runs up to it, but we are going to head to Armboth Fell over there. As you can see, there's a little path. Everyone who's done this route before, they seem to go left and round. You could theoretically just go and bag that now, walk over to Armboth and then come back on yourself, but I think people are just trying to make it interesting, so we're going to go left, do Armboth first and then return, and you head back towards the road that we're parked on, but it looks like a long walk back. It does seem like a bit of a strange decision to come this way, because the path again, basically non-existent. I can actually see on the GPS it is here, and there's tracks, but very faint. You can see. Yeah, I think the other way would have been better though, because it was a nice clear path up there.
Oh, now that just skidded.
Nice. Armboth Fell, 479 metres. Been trudging through bog for a little set of stones. Classic, man. I think that way we came was unnecessary through the bog up there, but at least we get to return on a different path later on. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Good little walk though, and look at the views around here. Just a quick visit to that one then, as the weather's starting to come in, so just gonna crack on rather than get caught in it. High Tove, 515 metres, last one of the day. It's been a good one, this one. Been fun. Armboth over there, you can see in the distance. And the path coming up was boggy. And that's where we came from today. Loads of people up there. But been a great walk, but I am ready to go back to the car and drive for a beer, man. Because I'm so tired. That's us for the day, 6 down. I've just checked them out and we've got a long way back to the car. Looks like we descend into a town or village and then we just follow the road what we've parked on back. I'm currently just under 6 hours at this point and 10 miles. So by the looks of it, we got a couple of miles back to the car, down the road. The little town back there, there's car parking spaces and quite a few people have come off the fells we've been on. That's funny, man.
Smiling. Look at that one, look, that one's smiling too.
Right people, the North Central Fells, let's get to it. As you can see on the Wainwright in 36 Walks website, it's around 1,000 metres of ascent, 7 to 8 hours and 6 Wainwrights. So the guy who created the route had suggested parking in the car park near Ashness Bridge, which is here. You drop your man in. And it's actually a National Trust car park. I'm not actually sure how much it costs for the day, but I'd assume around £5 or £6. And it's a good car park just past the bridge, which you'll see here. So there's your bridge coming in. Bear in mind when you're driving here to park, it's quite a narrow road, so just bear that in mind. So what I always do before I go on a walk, I always check is there actually any free parking nearby instead. And I always check on Google Maps, and if you look here where the car park is, you can go up the road here and there's a house. It's been getting renovated for quite a long time and there's a few spaces outside this house, as you can see. Drop me man in. So you'll see on my video that I passed this house. And if you look here, there's a few spaces here. At the end of the walk, when you're heading back to car park, you've got to pass here anyway. So If you can get in early doors, around 7, this should be free, this lay-by. You could probably get 2 or 3 cars there. So here's me recorded route. As you can see, I started further up the road from the car park. On the way up to Walla Crag, the first one, fairly easy. It does say on a sign that it's a steep path, but it's nice, easy going. Lovely path all the way up to Walla Crag. Nothing too taxing, and the views from there are fantastic, as you'll have seen in the video. Amazing up there, man. One of my favourites, actually. You've got views over there and water, man, and you can see all the mountains in the background. Absolutely sick. And then towards the second Wainwright, Bleaberry Fell, the path is nice again. You can see the path from Walla Crag going straight up to it. You get to the base of Bleaberry Fell and it's a nice step section up. It's quite tough, to be fair. I was a bit out of breath up there, and as you see on my video, I wasn't sure where the actual summit was, so it looks like it could be one or the other, so I weren't actually sure, but you know, I got a photo by both anyway. This section between Bleaberry Fell and High Seat is boggy, very boggy, so make sure you've got a good set of boots on. Not the best terrain in the world, I'll be honest with you. It does slow you down a bit. Getting up to High Seat, it's not a massive difference from Bleaberry Fell, the height, so it's fairly easy going over there. Coming off High Seat down to Raven Crag, not my favourite walk I've ever done this part. As you can see, there is a path, but you can tell there I've zigzagged everywhere. This path's just non-existent. It doesn't look like it's walked much to Raven Crag from High Seat. You can't see where you're going until you get down to this point past the river, and around Raven Crag, the United Utilities use that area, so the path's nice. As you see on my video, when I go through the gate, nice road going up to Raven Crag to below it, and then all the way up to Raven Crag is steps. And to be honest, the step section's tough. So as you've seen on the video, the views over Thirlmere are fantastic, man. You can see here, there's lots of routes up to Raven Crag via car park, so I did see loads of people up there and they were coming up different routes, but the viewpoint is amazing, mate. One of my favourites by far, if not my favourite at the moment. Raven Crag back up towards High Seat, not the best. You're walking back up that hill with the non-existent path. And as you can see, again, zigzagging. I was thinking I was on the path half the time, but clearly not. And that took it out of me, I'm not gonna lie. I was absolutely knackered. Just make sure you take loads of food on this walk because you need the energy. It was tiring, I'll tell you that. So when you pass back through the gate by High Seat, down towards Armboth Fell, there's been stones put in to walk across all the way down, so it's a nice path. We got to this section here, where there's a gate, and we could see High Tove here, and there's a nice easy path running up to it. We'd seen on the Wainwright in 36 walks that he took the left path here, over to Armboth first, then he's done High Tove last. And to be honest, the path, again, not great. And you can see here, I'd veered off completely, but you can't really see it. You see it faintly and then it disappears. And I think a lot of people are just going to High Tove and then Armboth. But obviously I followed the route I had on my phone. It wasn't the best, but Armboth was quite a good fell. It's just a little pile of rocks, but you'd have views in the background of like Helvellyn and stuff, and the views all around are amazing. To be honest, I'm glad I went that way because it just mixes it up and keeps it different. And the last one, High Tove, just a simple fell, nothing too fancy. Nice straightforward path back to the village. A lot of people were parked here as they probably headed up to High Tove from the car park down there. And the walk back to the car is quite long, if I'm being honest. It was a good few miles. And something I noticed on Google Maps the night before I went was there's a place called the Surprise View. It's not listed here, but I'll show you on Google. And you've got to pass it on the way back to the car. And there was loads of people here, as there's another car park nearby. As you can see there, boss mate. Worth having a look if you're passing by. And then back to the car. So let's look at the stats. 13.8 mile. 6 hours and 58 minutes, and that was within the range the 36 walks had said, so 7 to 8 hours, which was correct. So to summarise that walk, some of them fells, right, some of the best fells I've been on in terms of viewing points, mate. Most of them are actually brilliant. The only thing is it's an arduous walk in the sense that, I'll be honest, it took it out of me. Could have been just on the day, but just be prepared and take a load of food. It's quite tough. It's the boggy sections for me. I do struggle on them type of sections. Although it was a tough day, it's one of my favourite walks. You can see from the video how good the views were. As always, people, everything will be linked in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.